Hi, welcome to another video. So, PewDiePie. Yes, the YouTuber PewDiePie has launched an AI tool called Odysseyus. He calls it an AI workspace. This is almost like a super app, as AI people call it. It is something that you should self-host, and you get options to chat with the models and use agents that are based on OpenCode. There's also Cookbook that scans your hardware, recommends models, and lets you click to download and serve. It's easy. There's also Deep Research. It is built upon Tongyi Deep Research. It does multi-step research that gathers, reads, and synthesizes sources into a nice visual report. I have a video on Tongyi Deep Research on my other AI Seeking channel, so you can check that out. You can also compare models on one prompt, which is blind, so no bias. There's also a Documents tab that allows you to write the text, and the AI is there to assist, not the opposite. You also get memory, email, notes, calendar, and a ton more stuff. So it is supposed to be used with local models, though you can use it with OpenRouter if you want. I'll show you both ways to set it up. So let's get right into it. Now, the documentation is quite clear. You basically run the commands written here. I'm using an Apple Mac, so I'll use these ones. You first clone it, then you go into the folder, and then you run this script, which does all the work for you. It launches on the local interface. If you want to bind it to all interfaces, you can run this command, and it does that. Then, it can be accessed from anywhere on the same network. When you start it, it will ask you for an admin user setup. So set it up with the username and password you like, and then it will get started. If you see any issue in running it, then you can just ask Claude or Codex to get it done. I used Verdant to get it installed, and it got it installed quite quickly for me, so just do something like that. Now, once you open it, it will look like this. To add a model, you'd need to click on the model drop-down and then hit the Add button. If you already have something like Ollama set up, then just hit the Quick Start option and hit the Scan for Servers option. Then it will scan the common ports, like Ollama's, and it should start showing. I have Gemma-26B set up on my local machine. I think this is a great model for using this if you can run it. You can also run smaller models as well based on what models work for you. There are two ways to chat. One is agent and one is chat. In agent, you get two tools that the AI model can use, which are mainly web search and shell access. With web search, it can basically do any search, whereas with shell, it can do anything that is local to your computer by running commands. Both the tools work extremely well. They work even well with local models like Gemma, which I'm using here. The other stuff here that is in the sidebar actually opens up like a window over the main chat window, which is really very cool to see. You also get panes to put them on the side or something like that. One of the major things is Cookbook. In Cookbook, you get the option to set up the available and compatible models for your system, and you can install them with one click. It's kind of similar to how LM Studio works. You can hit any one of them and hit the run option, and it will get started. So it's pretty amazing, if you ask me. It also works pretty well, with some exceptions, of course. There's also the Deep Research option, which also works pretty well, though it is not at the level of some proprietary ones, but it is more than enough. There's also the Compare option. In the Compare option, you get the option to compare two models blindly and check whose response you like without being biased based on the model name. You also get the brain options that show you the saved memories, and you can also add skills through here if you want. There's also a calendar option in here, and you also get the mail option as well as some other stuff. You also get the notes option that allows you to add different notes, and then your agent can access it for different kinds of work. In the library, you get all your stuff in one place, like research reports and so on. That is actually about it. It is pretty simple and really good when you start using it. It is almost something that you can just open and get most of your AI stuff done. And since it's local, you don't need any internet connection. It is quite a good UI for doing everything. It's not the crazy coding UI you might expect, but it's really good. You can also use it with free models via OpenRouter as well to do that. You can just go to the settings option for models and then go ahead and add different providers here. You can add OpenRouter and then you can just use the free models through there. You can also use NVIDIA NIM as well, which gives you access to some more cool models, like Kimi and stuff. OpenRouter currently also has Kimi K2.6 free API, which is also kind of good. Obviously, this is not the expected use case, but it's still good nonetheless. You can also use the coding plans like GLM coding plan as well, which is kinda cool. That is about it. I think this is crazy good, and it is a good option that I think will keep the support going and be more focused toward the local model community, which is not something that a lot of companies and stuff are looking at. The things are actually carefully designed as well, and it is built upon some already great libraries and agents like OpenCode, which means that by default, it has some strong capabilities that others might not have, as most of them try to rebuild everything from scratch. This project will obviously not monetize the users like some other open source projects have done in the past, which is also a good thing going for it. Overall, it's pretty cool. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you liked this video, consider donating through the Super Thanks option or becoming a member by clicking the Join button. Also, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye.